looking like some technical difficulties. But anyways, I think I got it fixed. What's up, guys? Welcome back. Welcome, YouTube world, to the Empire. Kingdom 1803. Just wrapping up a little KVK Season 1. Let's take a little gander, if you will, at the map. And as you can see, we are the purple. There's Kingsland, there's Zig. One empire currently holds it, but we will be giving that to another one of our alliances in our kingdom, so that they can get the first occupation rewards. And yeah, so as you can see, wish you could zoom out more on these maps, but take a look around the map. A lot of purple. A lot of purple. We got one Crusader fortress there. We've got, oops. One Crusader fortress here. We had it, they're allowing these other alliances to touch it for rewards, but MSOT will take that back. We've got another one there, Arpot. And we've got another one here. We gotta take our old kingdoms fortress, 804 there, and then this was our original one. We swapped out, we let 802, who were our allies in this KVK, take that one. But Sanctuary, Circles, yeah, we pretty much got to ditty out what everybody was going to be getting as far as rewards. So as you can see, we got a nice little completion of all of our individual honor. We've completed all of the tasks at hand. Construction. We've been able to do the honor, accumulating the honor points. Been able to do the faith. I think that was one that I particularly had my eyes on since entering the Lost Kingdom. I was here to fight, not farm, so felt pretty good about accomplishing through Faithful 5. Well, what was funny is I remember when we first got in and we had our first war and racked up a couple million kills, we were thinking, man, it's going to be difficult to achieve that 50,000, but we actually did that. We actually accomplished that a while ago, so the kills have not been few and far between. We've had plenty of opportunity for those, and yeah, we've actually racked up over 100 million kills this KVK, believe it or not. So pretty cool. But we gotta occupy ruins and altars, and I think probably easier than most KVKs just because of how much territory we were able to establish and keep and continue to overtake. So yeah, but the Alliance ones, this is what I was talking about with all the structures and buildings and all these other zones. We basically got to ditty those up amongst the top 4 alliances, decide who was going to control what. So in 1 EMP, we are controlling the 4 circles. We're getting 20 gold heads from that, so that's a nice little reward. Pretty much every top 4 alliance and a couple of our sub-alliances that were real involved and heavy in the fighting. I got to take a fortress, so we'll get the Charlemagne heads from that, which is kind of nice. Not that he's very usable or viable, but kind of a symbol of your KVK1 success. So we definitely want to at least unlock him. Some of the other alliances grab 3 fortresses. We were aiming to do the 5, but it was just not feasible. A lot of flags. We had to build so many flags to do that, so we just decided as a kingdom it was better to kind of diddy these up, those fortresses up, let these alliances at least get some of the Charlemagne heads from the 1 Crusader fortress, unlock Charlemagne. So yeah, and then obviously as a kingdom, you can see we kind of accomplished everything there is to accomplish in the kingdom, except for the 5 Crusader fortresses. We got 4 of the 5. We still have 8 days left. Maybe, I don't know if we realize that or not. Maybe there's a way. I think when MSOT actually takes that back, we'll accomplish that too. So, but yeah. So we, needless to say, had a pretty successful KVK1. With all the success, though, there was a lot of learning still, which is nice. A lot of things we'll take in KVK2 that we could have done better. Things, you know, we can improve on, and that's all that you can ask out of a kingdom, is just kind of live and learn. But yeah, so today though, I figured you guys would want to take a little look-see into this new Garden of Infinity. Bam! There it is. So it used to be kind of funny because if you remember, there were some spots on the board that, I don't know about you guys, I landed on a lot, where there was virtually no reward. So you would use gems to land on the start button or land on the reverse. There used to be a reverse button right here. I've had many times where I had like a ×2 and I'd use a gold die, so I actually get 4 times the reward and land on one of those meaningless spots. So it could have, you know, a lot of times it was frustrating. A great way to accumulate materials in the past, and what I love about what I'm seeing, and I'm kind of opening this for the first time with you guys. So what I already see is we've got some legendary material chests, so that's really nice. A lot more chests that are viable and that you'd want. So these blueprint chests, and they had blueprint chests in the past versions, but if you remember, it was I forgot what they called that, but it was the same blueprints. It was like Quinn's Soul, it was like Kurok's Humility, it was go in here, I'll tell you guys. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. But I do know, like, it was, I know a lot of those, not the Gladiators, Kurok's Humility. I know it had Quinn's Soul in there. What were the other ones that had in there? Some boots? Yeah, I think Cloud Racers was in there. I think those were the 3. I think it kind of had 3 blueprints. So, you know, we already kind of had a lot of those. So now with the new equipment that came out and is coming out, really kind of troop specific, it's nice to have kind of these epic chests where we can open them. And let's see here, let's just go to one of these. So open and receive an epic chest armor blueprint fragment of your choice. So they are choice. They are a choice chest. So that is even better. It's even better. So we're able to pick and choose what we want based on your troop type. So like for me, I'm working on, I've got some infantry stuff I want to work on, and kind of turning a corner, and at least want to have one really good archer march. So I've been trying to work on some archer equipment as well. But with that being said, that's a huge improvement. These chests gives you a whole lot more optionality as far as the equipment you're forging. I think they did a great job. Makes this a ton more valuable use of gems. I love the material chest that they added. They used to have, if you recall, like a food one here. They had like a stone. They had a wood, a stone. But to change that to a pick'em, and not only that, but level 4, that's fantastic. So again, a lot more value for gems with this setup and resources. Gold is down here in the corner, versus say you land on 500,000 wood times 4. But and then last thing I'm noticing here, looks like they got rid of all the non-winner spots. So the reverse direction used to be here where the food is. That's gone. The what was the other one? I see they still got a +3, but you still get that times 2 times 2. I thought there was one more. What there's a reverse guy they had always. They still have research and building speed ups, I see. So that's a change that I wish they would have made, because for those of you, myself included, building speed ups completely useless to me. Until maybe next KVK when I can trade those in. Research, pretty much maxed out my tech. Just got a couple siege T5 researches that I'm slow rolling. But oh, and I see actually they used to have universal speed ups. They had 3 15-hour universals. It looks like they replaced that with healing speed ups down here. So, nah, kind of so-so. But anyways, let's get to spinning and see. I did accidentally, when I was opening this, click the free roll. So free roll to 1, went 3 heads, and I got those oh so awesome building speed ups that I do not need. So we got that, and then we got that, and let's go ahead and roll the 50%. Let's take this off. We don't have to do this every time. So 1 legendary material. Always love material. 1, okay, resource pick'em. It's going to take a long time to get around the board doing this. Oh, I do notice too, so they raised the price of the roll, looks like 500. It used to be 650 if I remember correct. Keep me honest. Maybe post in the comments if you remember it different, but I'm pretty sure it was 650 for the silver die. So continue on. 3. Okay, research. We'll use them, but pretty soon that's not going to be very interesting to us. 1. Okay, material. Wow, this is creeping through here. Okay, material. 2 times. So 2 times the reward. The next spot we're going to land on, we're going to get 2 times that. So A 1 would be good. A 2 would be good. I can always use training speed ups. This would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So really anything but a 6 I'm looking for. Anything but a 6 would be great. 5. Okay, so I'll get four blueprints or frags. That's good. We'll take it. Oh, I guess I should. Let me check this out too. Let's see if how these have changed. So, level 1 we'll get 2 level 4 material choice, 15 hour speed up. So maybe it looks like, and I can't remember off the top of my head what these used to be. I do know they used to have some of those old frag, like we talked about before, those Quinn Souls, the Kurok's Humility blueprints. They used to have more of those in here, so it looks like maybe they took the speed ups off the board and put them in the chests, maybe. 20 rolls, we got material, and then we got more resources. And I'll tell you what, resources, they used to be kind of meh, but after going through my first KVK, I can promise you, you can never have too many resources if you fight, and fight a lot. So 40, looks like we got a couple 24-hour speed ups. We got a level 5 material and a level 4. 70 rolls, we got 2 level 5 materials. We got a more universal, so really good on the speed up front, especially if you're still trying to get to that level 25 City Hall with T5s, maybe on your way to T5, so you'll utilize all those. And then at the 100 roll level, some army expansions, so that's nice. And 3 level 5 material choices. So overall, I mean, a huge improvement for those two. Man, I think there's definitely a ton more value here in this Garden of Infinity that there was. So we'll continue to make our way across the board. Skipped over those healing speed ups. That was lucky. 2, 3. Okay, resources. And 4. Okay, so we made our way around the board. For those, maybe some of you haven't played this before, anytime you get around the board, it's like Monopoly. You pass go, you pass this gold die, you receive a gold die. So the gold die doesn't cost any gems to roll, and when you use the gold die, whatever you land on, you get double rewards. So I like to save those for an area of the board that I see is really good and as far as what I'm trying to get, so like material, and my chances are doubling. So, you know, with this new board, somewhere this actually is in a bad spot. I'd like to get past this, because, you know, in my luck, if I didn't have bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. So I'd probably roll 1 here with a gold die and get double building speed ups. So I'm gonna go ahead and pass that first. But, you know, once I pass this, for me, I'm gonna use it probably in this area, because any of this stuff I can use. So we'll go ahead and get by that. See what I mean? Like, there we go. I'm glad I saved that. It's also good too, sometimes, you know, when I build those up, if you land on one of these 2x squares, well, you get 2x because of your silver die, but if you use a gold die on there, you're actually going to get 2x and 2x of those. So we may be able to see that too down the road. Okay, research speed ups. Now I'm buying the 2 things I don't want, but I know I'm going to roll a bunch. I'm going to let my gold dice build up. I'm just going to keep rolling. Give me those materials. I'll take all the materials I can get. Okay, some more boots. 4. Alright, some pant frags. And I think it's kind of nice. It's all epic level chests. So, weapon, sword, helmet, breastplate. So they kind of glove, pants, and boots. So they kind of give us the ability to get every piece of equipment at the epic level. So that's nice. Okay, there's another gold die. So now we got 2 of those. Jeez, I mean, I've landed on building speed ups every time. Every time. Resources. Good. Okay, so we pass those. So do I use a gold die here? Not use a gold die here? Let's see. Now I'm gonna save it, I think. 3, okay. Alright, 1. Boots. I think that's the 3rd time we went on that, so that's 2, so that's 6 frags. I mean, that's, you get lucky enough, you may be able to even create a whole blueprint after a couple days of Candyland, so that's good. That's good, I think. Changing the stream, saying hopefully it's working okay for you guys. Not lagging. Alright, let's keep rolling, rolling. Train speed ups. We'll use those. Lost a lot of troops this KVK. So we'll go ahead and retrain those troops for KVK 2. Look here. I came in with about 200,000 dead. We lived in a very peaceful kingdom, all KVK focused, so really not a whole lot of. In fact, actually, all my dead activity probably came from 804 before we migrated in, and now as we sit after KVK at about 20 million kills. So as you see, you know, we racked up about 100 million kills this KVK, and we lost over 4 million troops this KVK. That's a lot of troops. We did a lot of fighting. So, but it was enjoyable. That's what we came here to do, right? Build troops to fight and send them to die, not put on the shelf and keep them dusted off. They're not for looks. Let's keep on rolling. 2, 3 resources. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm guessing, what do we think the chances of me rolling a 1 and landing on building speed ups yet again is going to be? Because I've hit it every time. So I mean, I would imagine nothing different here. Oh, look at that. We passed it up. Pass it up. Now get past these research. Bam. Okay. So now, the way I'm looking at it, are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So any roll here, 1 through 6, is a pretty decent roll. So I'll probably use a gold die. The only thing I want to see is if I use a gold die and I roll a 6, then if it actually doubles my double again, because it's kind of a waste. I mean, ideally you'd like to roll silver die to land there, and then once you've landed there, then use the gold die. So I think that's the only way I can get screwed here, is if I roll this and it lands on that. So, but probability wise, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 that I'll take double on. Anything but a 6. 1, okay. So now we can even do it again. So anything but a 5 is what we're looking for. J.O. Rodriguez. Yeah, man, we've gotten lots of interesting things so far. They've made some awesome improvements. It's kind of hard not to get interesting stuff, but interesting for me is always going to be materials first. So we're looking for materials. But right now we're trying to decide if I should use another gold die here, being that everything's good except for a 5. So we want anything but a 5 here, anything but a 5, and we got a 5. Okay, so you can see, so because I used a gold die, it went from 2x to 4x. So 1, 2, so what did we, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anything but a 6 would be fantastic. I'm guessing though, with my luck, we're gonna see a 6. Positive thought so. Anything but a 6. 3, okay. So training speed ups, like I said, we need 20 of those. After this KVK, I'll take it. Extra gold die. Okay. Remy, no, I'm good on resources, man. Keep your gold, you're gonna need it for KVK too. Okay, so we got 10 rolls left. We can do 40 rolls a day. And building speed ups again. I think we've gone around the board 4 times. 5 times, and we've gotten 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 4, something like that. Wow, it's unbelievable. All right, 3, so 2x. So now here's what I was saying. So I think ideally this is the way I'd want to do it. So 2x. So if I use a gold die now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anything but a 2 would be good for me, but I'm gonna use it because probability, odds in my favor. Okay, so yeah, so we got 8 blueprints there. So it does the same thing that we saw earlier, only I would much prefer to go in that sequence. Roll silver to get double, and then use gold, versus using your gold to land on a double. It's kind of a waste of a double rewards for the gold die. So again here, we don't get past that 2x. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anything but a 5. I'm gonna use another gold die here because anything here I'll take. So anything but a 5. 4. Good. So now we'll get double blueprint frags. Awesome. So how sure am I about the new key commander being Chinese only? I've seen some not Chinese server YouTube saying it's coming. Well, Remy, if you look, it's coming. So in our system mail, in this update that we got 1 day ago, we can see number 5, a new commander, Matilda of Flanders, is going to be added to the tavern. Once added there will be a small adjustment to the probability and golden chest rewards. Check the golden chest reward details page in your tavern for details then. So this update is on 31st, I believe, right? Yeah, 31st. So the way I read that, you know, even though they don't tell us, it just says a new commander, Matilda Flanders, right? They don't tell us if it's going to be an epic commander, a legendary commander, a green-blue commander. It just says a new commander. But my hunch is it's a legendary commander And why do I think that? Because they are making a small adjustment to the probability in the golden chest rewards. Well, if we go to the tavern and we look at the reward list, okay? So the probability, well, in the golden chest, this is the equipment chest. Scroll down. Okay, so golden chest rewards. The probability, we've got what in the golden chest? We have whatever you call these full commanders. You need to get like 10 heads. So you got these full legendary commanders. You got the tiles, you know, just the single heads, if you will. You get epics in the golden chest. You get epic tiles, blue, and stars, right? If we look at the silver chest rewards, well, we don't have any full commanders, right? And we don't have any legendary commanders. So if in fact they were changing, if in fact that said we were changing the probability for the silver and gold chest, well then that would tell me it's probably an epic commander. But because they're only changing the probability for a golden chest, it tells me it's because it's a legendary commander. So we'll see. I don't know. So the Chinese server one that I think you're talking about is the Mulan one. And I don't know. I mean, there's a bunch of conspiracy theories out there, but is the Matilda the same version of Mulan, just a different name? Because of what we heard, I mean, there's some talk about like the Disney having the copyright on it and they couldn't get the deal worked through. I don't know. I have no facts to back any of that up. Like I said, it's just, to me, it's just rumors. So maybe we see that Matilda is the same as the Mulan that everybody's been talking about here recently. It's just a different name because of, you know, copyright stuff and whatever, Disney owns that or whatever the case may be. Maybe it's a whole brand new commander altogether. So, but anyways, yeah. So that's my feeling on that. I think I know it's coming. We know there's a new commander coming. We know it's most likely in the legendary tier, and with it being gold key, that's good for free-to-play player and everybody. So I guess we'll find out on the 31st. But if I find out anything more, I'll definitely let you know. Okay, we got 7 rolls left. Let's knock these out. 3. Okay, rack up those gold dice. 2 resources. 2 plus 3, and what do you know? Building speed up. I mean, is this like, I've got to be on Candy Camera or something. Like I'm getting trolled bad. As good as the board is, as many improvements as they've made, the 2 things that I hate that they left on here, I've landed on every time except for once. Riddle me that. Riddle me that. I don't think we're gonna get around the board again. Okay, pass those. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So anything but a 6 here. I'm gonna use it because probability wise tells me I'm in good shape to use a gold die. But probability does not exist in this realm of Candyland, in this rock world. I mean, the chances of that happening. So here's what I'm curious. So I've got this pumped up to 4x, right? If I roll a gold die now, is it gonna give me 8x? Is it gonna give me 8x rewards because I've already got the 4? Does it tell us in here before I waste a gold die? So the highest reward multiplier from any space that rewards items in this event is 4. So I can't get higher than 4x. Right there. When landing on space with a roll of a gold die, item spaces will provide double the rewards, and event spaces will trigger the corresponding gold die special. During the event, government spaces additional chests. Okay. So the highest reward multiplier from any space that rewards items is 4x. So that tells me I cannot get 8x for gold die here. I can't get 8x. Yeah, Remy, I understand, but you remember Gold Key Commander, I mean, if you do your dailies every day, you get a gold key every day. I mean, there's plenty of opportunities to get gold keys without spending, so I think it's actually good for the free-to-play, because you can grind a lot of stuff out and get gold keys. Go kill camps, go kill keys, go, you know. So I don't know what to do here. I think it'd be informational. Like, they say the most you can get is 4x, but I'm wondering if they've even, surely they're a lot smarter than me, so surely they've thought about that. So I'm not gonna waste a gold die. So we'll just roll silver, get our 4x. Nice. 8 material. Okay. So do we have anything else? So I'm gonna roll another gold die here because I want anything but a 2. Anything but a 2. Yeah. 6. Kind of terrible also. And this thing usually goes for multiple days and refreshes. Kind of worried maybe they've made it so good that is it kind of like the card game or the dice game, like we only get one roll now. I'm wondering if we only get one roll, so should I use these gold dice or hang on to them? Let me see if it tells us. Governors can participate, so move forward spaces. Okay, so the purchase limit resets every day at you, so it does reset. Perfect. So I'm gonna hold on to my gold die because at reset we get 40 more chances. Let's go ahead and open these up. Bam. You can see these again. So we got material, speed up. Bam, material, resource, resource, resource. And if you remember, these resource tiles like you see here used to be out on the board. And legendary, epic, 24-hour speed ups. Nice. So yeah, so we'll hang on to these. We'll do it again at reset. I just wanted to hop on real quick, let you guys take the Candyland adventure with me. Laugh at me because I got building speed ups every single time I went around the board except for once. So like 5 times I got building speed ups. And anyways, yeah, but overall, if you're just joining us, I think it was a fantastic improvement for the value of this. Obviously, I think the people that are maxing this out or using a good bit of gems on this are going to be your higher spenders because they're more equipment focused and equipment focused on the higher level. And so those would be, you know, the people that are rally captains and garrison captains. You know, for me, my equipment, I try to focus hard on putting the best commanders equipment and building my stats up as one of our alliance's rally captains, because I feel responsible for all of our people's troops. And so if I can do everything I can to, you know, put the best commanders and equipment in a flag or in a rally, it's going to minimize the amount of deaths for the Alliance as a whole. And when a free-to-play player has a bunch of dead troops, it's not as easy for them to just retrain those. And so I try to take that seriously and do what I can to help alleviate that for them. But yeah, all in all though, I mean, this is some great upgrades they made. They give us a lot more flexibility in choosing with these chests than just forcing us to have Quinn Soul or Kirok's Humility, or I'm positive it was the Cloud Racer. We didn't have any optionality as to what we got there. So if you've done this in the past, pretty easy to accumulate those blueprints, and that I did, which I've actually dismantled a bunch to get special talents. But I think you can even see, so Quinn Soul, yeah, so like I have one forged with special talent. I think I have like 4 or 5 of those blueprints just from this in the past. And you can see, I mean, I have it with the special talent for infantry because I dismantled 2 or 3 of them. And I still have a blueprint, Quinn's. Kirok's Humility, Pants. I've got a blueprint of that. Same thing there. Kirok's Humility, I demolished a bunch, dismantled a bunch, got the special talent. I think I had to dismantle 3 or 4 of those to get the special talent on that. Cloud Racer, I've never made those, but I've got 2 full blueprints of those. So I haven't dismantled any, but I haven't made any either, and I've got 2 full blueprints. So really nice that they now have given us the optionality. If I go here to this equipment bucket, you can see all this new equipment. So now I have 8 frags for purple breastplate, 10 frags for pants. I got 2 for the helmet, 4 for the gloves. So I'm gonna get to choose what I want to make, and I just do that. Like I said, I'm very focused specifically on troop type first, so my infantry first, and then I'm working on archers also. So when I go to forge this stuff, I'm looking at the rival. I've got 18 frags out of 30, so I'm working on that helmet. I'm also working on the Witch's Lineage. So those are the 2 helmets I'm working on. I don't focus on anything else. So now I know I can go in, unlock those chests, and choose specifically what I'm working on. So that's really nice. Same thing with the pants. I'm looking at the Revival Graves, and I've already got those. So yeah, so the Revival Graves or the Fanatics Tassets, but those I just accumulated through the randoms. This is the one I'm focusing on. Boot wise, I've already got the Flame Treads. I just forged those the other day, so I don't need those anymore. But the Frost Treads I'm working on for infantry. And helmet wise, we already went through helmet wise, so that's weapon wise. Already got Golden Age, just working on the materials. I'm almost got it made. You can see here I've got a few more ebony, a few more rock to make, and some leather, but we're about a little more than halfway to forge, so that's good. I've got that. So actually working on Heart of the Saint. I've already got one of these forged, so that's the only one I'm lacking. And then but yeah, so that's it. How did you get all those purple ones? I didn't get that lucky yet. Blueprints, purple blueprints. Well, before the update, I spent a lot of time in barb keeps and barb camps. So I spent a lot of time. Where's it at? There's one at. There's one. So these things right here. Set an alarm, set a timer. Every 2 days, 3 days, I go around the map. During KVK, I was going back to 803, traveling around the map, killing those, and then also you've got your camps. So these camps drop frags and blueprint frags. So that's free to play. Doesn't cost AP. Doesn't cost you anything to go. It costs you time. It's time consuming. It's a grind, but you do enough of these. You walk camp to camp, camp to camp, wherever you can on your map. There's a lot of frags that you can get there. So that's how I got all mine. I spent a lot of time doing that. That's and then yeah, sunset. Make sure you guys are doing sunset every day, because Sunset Canyon, if you do your sunset, you can see mine's done already for the day, so I can show you, but in your Sunset Canyon, when you use your attempts, whether you win or lose, it's going to be dropping equipment, frag chests, it's going to be dropping material chests, so, you know, make sure you get that done every day. Yeah, Joe, that's right. Before the update, in Candyland, you weren't able to choose the equipment frag chests were strictly, I wish I could remember the name of them, but it was like a blue chest on a purple background, and it used to give you Quinsoul, Cure Oxymility, and Cloud Racer frags. I'm almost positive, and it was like a random chest. So when you opened them, it gave you a certain amount of each of those, or one of those, or you know, it's completely random. Now they're choice chests, so big difference. You get to be more strategic on the equipment that you're forging that way. So I like that. I like that they did that. Still managed to get a lot. Told to dismantle a few to get special ability. Yeah, I mean, look, I'll tell you. So the way that I do my dismantling and have is in the beginning. My equipment I would forge. So if we go, let me just go low quality here. So in the beginning, like, this gray material, or this gray equipment actually has really good stats. It's cheap to make. It's even cheaper now, but so like when we first started this equipment game, I had gray equipment on my commanders, and it made them more viable, more usable, more efficient, even from the gathering standpoint. But so I made gray equipment. I equipped my commanders with gray equipment, and as they were equipped using it, I was then focusing on the next level or next tier of equipment. I recommend doing that because then something is always better than nothing. So if you have a sharp longsword on a cav commander, you're getting 5% defense on him, versus if you see a purple where's it? Oh, the cap. Heart of the Saint. You're like, man, I can get this Heart of the Saint, and it's 13% defense. That's way better than the 5% defense I'm going to get on the longsword. You got to realize it's going to take you a while to forge that. it's going to take you a while to accumulate enough blueprints to or frags to have a blueprint first of all, and then it's going to take you some time to accumulate the material. So while you're doing that, you might as well put that on and have 5%, because it does you no good to have nothing. And so my philosophy on dismantling is, once I have, so I dismantle a bunch, but as I'm moving up tiers and I've created more material and I have multiple blueprints, I will go in and it's pretty hard to show you. So like here, so I have 4 blueprints of this infantry rest. Well, I don't need, and I've already got 1, 2, I've got 2 of these made, so I'm never gonna need 6 of those breastplates. I'm never gonna need 6, you know. Never had that many open field marches. I mean, you can only have 5 marches anyway, so you're not gonna need it. So as I accumulate extra full blueprints, so as you can see here, I've got 4 of those, or as you can see here, I've got 48 of these chainmail blueprints. If I didn't have a special talented, so this infantry breastplate is good for infantry and cabs, I've already got a special talent infantry and cab. But let's just say, for 1 second, let's pretend like there's no special talent on either of those. Well, I would be at the point now where I would dismantle the 4 that I had and try to get the special talent on those. So that's what I do, is have extra blueprints, make sure you're not dismantling anything in use, make sure you don't dismantle if you don't have another blueprint, because dismantling, it's good because you get all the material you put into that item, you get that material back. The bad part though is you don't get a blueprint back. So if I try to dismantle, again, pretending like I didn't have a special talent here, and I said, well, I want to try to get a special talent, and I dismantle this first, and then I go and I'm like, well, crap, I don't have a full blueprint. You know, you look at it and pretend again like I don't have 4. Well, now you're stuck. Now you have to wait till you get the blueprint again. So make sure you check this first. Make sure you've got multiple blueprints before you go to dismantling, because you don't get the blueprint back, you only get the materials back. So hopefully that makes sense. And like I said, I think the biggest thing with materials, guys, is don't be in a rush. Don't get caught up in this stuff here. It looks fantastic, I know. It gets you excited. You're like, man, I'd love to have 11% stats. Even like for myself, I know like this stuff, I've got 5 out of 30 frags before I can even make the Milky Way. And it's gonna be a long time before I accumulate 30 of those, and I'm pretty hardcore equipment guy, so I'm probably even doing more than most as far as making an effort to get those. So in the meantime, I'm happy with epic tier equipment. I mean, it's not much difference, especially if you consider the time. So the Milky Way, my archers, I'm gonna get 12% health, okay? But in the meantime, I'll take 4% health with Quinsoul, or 5% archer attack if I'm just focusing on archers with purple. I'll take 7.5% archer attack by having a rival plate and using that all the time that I'm building up the next tier. So don't get caught up in trying to do too much too fast and looking at these higher tiers. Go tier by tier. Good chance already that you have the material to forge some gray or green, maybe even some blue material. It's not bad stuff. I mean, heck, I'll show you my commanders now. I still have blue on some of my commanders, so like my Richard, I forgot I just did a little mini war type thing, so my equipment's not organized right now on who's using them, but I still use the blue shield and get 8% health. I mean, really good stat for equipment. I've got boots, windswept boots that I keep on my calves. I still use the Vanguard set, special talented. Chances are you have a ton of those blueprints. You could special talent your Vanguard set for calves probably pretty easily. I've got, I still use a blue on him. I've got 2 sets of gloves. Where's all my other equipment? I still use Commander's Heavy Armor, blue, for my leadership. You know, it's really good. Like when we're doing rallies on castles, or I use AE a lot for rallies because of the extra capacity. You can see with the special talent, I'm getting 8% archer health with that. I'm getting 4% infantry attack. I mean, 8% health. We just saw, if we look at that Milky Way, what was it? High quality Milky Way. 12. So you got 12 here versus something that's easily obtainable, and easily we get so many. You can get so many blueprints of this just from those new equipment keys. I mean, you'll accumulate a lot of blueprints of this. I'm getting 8, so it's a 4% stat difference. But there's a lot of time I'm going to be able to utilize 8% health between now and the time I'm even ready to make a Milky Way. So it's just a no-brainer, man. No-brainer. But yeah, I mean, look at all the blue equipment I got on El Cid. I mean, I've got Staff of the Lost. I had so many blueprints of this. Easily, I was able to make this Archer defense and special talent Archer. I'm getting 10.5 defense with a blue piece of equipment. I'm getting 8% defense with a blue piece of equipment because of that special talent. So, you know, definitely take advantage of those green and blue, and that's just the blue, guys. I mean, there is some really good green material equipment. Blessed Blade, you special talent that. I mean, look, I've got eight full blueprints of this, and I will tell you, I didn't have a single blueprint of Blessed Blade before the update to the equipment, which was what, maybe 2 weeks ago. It used to be the only place. Let's see if it has origin. The only place you used to be able to get this was Ian's Ballard, I believe. I'm almost positive. And for whatever reason, and it was random drops, yada yada yada. Before, I didn't have a single blueprint of this 2 weeks ago. I've already accumulated 8 of those. So that tells me they're giving these in abundance, like in that tavern. So easy to get a hold of, and I mean, that's phenomenal. 6% infantry health. It's pretty darn good for a green piece of equipment. There's not a whole lot of material there that you need to make it. And with 8, there would be no reason I couldn't special talent that. So special talent 30%, you're gonna be getting almost 8% stat health there for infantry. Like I said, the Vanguard set. If you're not using the Vanguard set on your calves, you're behind. I mean, the Vanguard set, you're getting... Here, I better see it on... Here, if we go to my... Oh yeah, I don't mean it for a second. I mean, look at this, guys. We're getting 6.5 defense, 5.5 health. We're getting another 5.5 attack and another 1.5% health. That's 7% total health. That's 5.5% total attack, and 6.5% total defense for green. Not to mention, we're getting the set bonus on that, on top of that. So I mean, everybody should. I mean, and those used to come in Canyon, and I mean, but again, I mean, there's just, you should have trillions of those blueprints. I've already demolished online, yeah, and then with the set, you're getting another 2% on top of that attack, so it's kind of a no-brainer, guys. But anyways, yeah, so thanks for hanging out. Hopefully that was helpful. We went over some equipment stuff. We